Good morning. Today is the last day here in Kenya. For the last 6 weeks I've been training here in a 10 and today is the last day, flying home this evening. This morning we're going to go along to the fartlek that we did last week, so the famous Kenyan fartlek, which will be good. And in today's video I'm going to talk you through why Kenyans are so fast, what factors make them some of the best long distance runners in the world. But before I do that, I'm going to head to breakfast for one last time.
Ready for the fartlek? Continue.
So here we go, the last run in Kenya. Me and Kush, we're going to be joining the guys here on the Kenya experience this morning, going down to the Boston fartlek, so there'll be plenty more Mzungus today. We won't be at the back hopefully, so yeah, it's going to be a good session. But one of the reasons that Kenyans are so good at running is the altitude here, which is what makes it so tough for us. It's 2,400 meters above sea level, which means there's less oxygen, so your body has to adapt by producing more red blood cells. Kenyans are some of the best in the world when it comes to being efficient at transporting oxygen around their bodies, which is great for running. So we just made it down to the start of the fartlek. It's a little bit of a different one this week. We thought we were heading to the road, but we've come down to the dirt track. But it should be good. Today's session is 25 times 1 minute on, 1 minute off. All on the dirt hilly road, so it should be a good workout this morning. See if we can keep up a little bit better than I did last Thursday. That's the plan anyway. But yeah, there's plenty of people down here. Probably about 100 runners at the moment. And we're about 5 minutes away from the start, so maybe a few more will turn up, but yeah, looking forward to it.
We will be having 1:1:25, and when they talk of 1:1:25, 1 minute fast, 1 minute jog. That means slow.
A few moments later.
Made it back alive. Whew, that was tough this morning. 25 times 1 minute on, 1 minute off. So we just got back from the fartlek. I'm having a quick coffee at the cafe next door. But let me talk you quickly through the session. So it was 25 times 1 minute on, 1 minute off. Here's my workout on the Chorus app. It's a really good session today. I had it in my head that I wanted to try and keep up with the elite Kenyan runners for as long as I could, and I managed about 6-7 reps, and the first 5 or 6 reps were all downhill, so that certainly helped. But yeah, some pretty cool footage there. I had the camera strapped to the front of my head, so if I have a look here, average heart rate I think for the fartlek, so 50 minutes of fartlek was 165, and then if I look at the reps, my fastest rep was the 5th rep. I averaged 2:47 per kilometre. Admittedly it was all downhill, but yeah, it was pretty cool to run with the Kenyan guys. And then I think around the 6th or 7th kilometre it started to go uphill, so they started to pull away from me, but they didn't get too far ahead. But in total 12.54 kilometres of running, and I averaged 3:59 per kilometre pace. In terms of effort pace, that was 3:44 per kilometre, because it is called the Boston Fartlek because it is famously all uphill, well, apart from the first little bit which was downhill, and a total elevation gain was 198 metres. So yeah, really good workout, probably up there with one of my favourite runs that I've ever done, to be honest with you. Just running with the Kenyans was awesome, so it was nice just to go for it and then settle into my rhythm after that. But another reason that Kenyans are so fast is because of the socio-economic factors. So for example, here in Kenya, if you become an elite runner, you can often pay for your entire family to have an education, to build a house. Even your whole little township can be completely uplifted out of poverty due to your running. If you win a couple of races in Europe, you can take your prize money home and basically fund your family for the rest of your life. So a lot of people are encouraged to take up running to try and basically get out of poverty to earn some money for their families. Last supper, dinner time. Oh, that lunch was lovely. The last dinner before I head home. But yeah, that is also another reason why I think Kenyans are such good runners, is because their diet here is very clean. It's very high in carbohydrates and very low in fats. So fast food here is not a thing. Obviously they eat a lot of green leafy vegetables. One of their most common staples in all of their meals is ugali, which is like a maize based starch carbohydrate. They eat a lot of lentils, a lot of beans. With breakfast they eat eggs, so that's where they get their protein, and occasionally I think the average Kenyan will eat meat maybe once or twice a week. So yeah, their diet here is very clean, and it clearly makes some of the top level runners pretty damn healthy. I came with one suitcase and I've come home with two. Not quite sure how that happened, but yeah, all packed, ready to go this afternoon. So another factor that makes Kenyans such good runners is the extensive running/walking theory, which basically means as children, Kenyans typically have to walk or run to school, and a recent study found that the average Kenyan walks or runs up to 7.5 kilometers a day in order to get to and from school. Because Kenyan children have to walk or run to get to school, which can often be really far away, it means that their VO2 maxes are naturally very high. They're naturally very active from a young age, and that's believed to make them some of the strongest runners through school and then obviously developing into adulthood. Last sauna session, 100 degrees. Woo! So one final factor, and probably the highest weighting factor, is genetics. So a lot of the top level runners here in Kenya come from a tribe called the Kalenji, which typically have very long legs, skinny ankles, skinny calves, and are typically very tall and slim. And most of the top level Kenyan runners, including Eliud Kipchoge, are from the Kalenji tribe, and it's believed that they just make the strongest runners. You can just see it when you're out running, like the way the Kenyan body is formed is just perfect for long distance running. So to summarize, you've got living and training at altitude, the motivation to achieve economic gain, the traditional Kenyan diet, the extensive walking theory, and also the genetics belonging to the Kalenjin tribe. So I hope you found the video interesting. It's been incredible training here for the last 6 weeks, and I definitely will be back. Unfortunately, with the injury, I've not been able to do as much running as I would have liked, but the last 2 weeks have been definitely the best weeks that I've been here. The weather's been great. I've been able to get out for some runs, 2 fartleks, a track workout, so it hasn't all been bad. That's the last vlog from Kenya. The next one will be me traveling home from the beautiful high altitude training camp, 22 degrees, back to the UK, which I think is around 2 to 4 degrees at the moment. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a shock to the system, but I've got plenty of running shoes to test out when I get home, which I'm looking forward to, and obviously seeing friends and family again is going to be great in the build up to Christmas. But I hope you've enjoyed the Kenya vlogs, and I hope you continue to enjoy the next few vlogs of Vlogmas from the UK. But yeah, thanks for watching. As always, aspire to run, run to inspire, and we'll see you again soon.